Hello, hello guys, how are we doing? I've got a bit of a banger for you today. I go 51 and 19 on bow cage hardpoint using an automaton, which I don't think is too shabby whatsoever. The current rank I'm in this video is expert. To those of you who don't know, I got placed into sort of like high advanced sort of thing. And it wasn't long until I got myself into expert. And this is just going to be a video showcasing what the enemy team are doing wrong in this gameplay, which resulted in me absolutely frying and us getting the eventual win. So for those of you who are on Green Gem, this will be very beneficial for you because it hopefully will highlight some issues that you might find yourself having. But yeah, generally speaking, I fry anyway. I know these are like sort of low-level-ish guys, but everyone's sort of low-level at the season. You watch some of their emblems and they've got master emblems. You know, it's one of them, beginning of the season, you get those sort of games. It's a bit mixed, so you don't really know what rank people are. I'm Green Gem. I think I've got a bunch of orange gems on my team. But in any case, I fry. Before I get into it, though, I do want to apologise if my mic is a bit weird. I've been having trouble with this mic. I need to get a new one, to be honest. I'm hoping to sort of upgrade my setup and quality of production of my videos for you for Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, I do apologise if my mic cuts out. But yeah, anyway, enough of that. Let's get into it. So, bow cage hardpoint is one of the maps which I absolutely love to use an AR on, as long as I've got teammates who are willing to hop in the hill. Simply because a lot of the people you end up playing do play as subs, so it's a lot easier to get those long-range kills. Yeah, so currently we're going to be currently holding P1. There's 20-30 seconds left of this hill before we have to move into P3. And yeah, the team's fine. We're playing well. Thankfully, I sort of, before playing this, like, you know, committing to this AR position, I sort of noticed that my teammates were getting on the hill quite a lot, so I didn't feel keen to do that quite so much. So you won't see me playing too much hill time in this game, but I managed to do enough to make sure we get them done anyway. So right here, this is just purely down to really late rotations to the team. To be fair, they had spawns for this initially. They really should have checked this area. They should have had the whole map covered. Get someone in hill, have someone watching street, have someone watching river, have someone watching kitchen in the right side push. That way, we wouldn't have been able to get in the back, and this wouldn't be the situation they're currently in. At the moment, they're really fighting on the back foot, which doesn't benefit them whatsoever. And it means they've got to push from the bad side. The only reason I died there was because I bought an AR to a sub gunfight. That guy just had really awful shots. I think that's the only reason I killed him, because I absolutely span on him, the poor fella. But they're doing a pretty good job. Oh yeah, this is one thing I do see a lot of experts or advanced make as a mistake. They're not using the right guns or the right setups. For the love of God, just watch a setup video. I've got plenty. I've been, you know, that guy should have killed me as well. This is the thing. When people say, okay, I'm an expert, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, a lot of the kills I'm getting here are simply because they're not shooting straight, or they're using the wrong class setup, or they're just not quite aware. But mainly it's because they're not shooting straight. I mean, just there, the guy needs to get into a bot lobby, he needs to shoot bots, he needs to determine whether or not he's on the right sensitivity, and if he thinks his sense is too high, he needs to maybe lower it. But it's one of them things you don't really know until you think about it too much. Yeah, it's one of them things. And also, I'm seeing a guy using SCG. That's not a meta gun. I mean, you can use it if you're trolling a bit, but you're not going to be winning gunfights against the automaton. And at close range, you're not going to be winning the gunfights against the MP40. So it's almost pointless. It's a pointless gun to use. So before we know it, we're back. Well, we're sort of in this P2 sort of area, but it's P4 currently moving into P5. And again, I'm going for the early rotation. As an AR, it is my sort of responsibility to get into this early position so that we've got the best chances of getting a hill time here as possible. Notice there's an enemy on the radar, so I beam him. He was in a really weird place. That's another thing I might note, is that people just tend to be in odd positions on the map, which means that they just get caught out. Again, they had spawns in that situation. It's the same story. They had spawns in that situation. 15 to 20 seconds, they should have got themselves set up, because it's a very good hill to, you know, it's a hard hill to break, it's a good hill to hold. They should have got set up, they should have had the people watching at every area of the map, so that we couldn't get through. Hey, that's why we got through, and that's why we've got good spawns for this now. I mean, we're not getting hill time, but that's, you know, we need to clear the position before we do that. And that's one thing, I don't know whether, that's one thing I hate about this map is throwing nades out. I always forget that the nades hit the tree, like the invisible tree and the invisible barrier, and then you just can't get it through. But hey, that's Vanguard for you. That's Vanguard for you. So yeah, moving around back to P1. I'm already thinking about P2 spawns. I'm thinking if I can be really annoying in the back here, I've got an AR. From this side of the hill, P1, anyone on their team on P1 is you're going to be able to see the whole of the hard point. So for me, having this side spawns for P1 is hugely beneficial because you can simply see them on the hill from your spawn. I feel like if you're on the other side of the map, you have to get through house or grannies, whatever you want to call it, or through river or hut in order to be able to see the hill. But from here, as you can see, I'm nowhere near the hill really, but I'm just getting them off of it every single time. A common mistake I see expert people make, and even advanced to be fair, and to be fair, even elites, is they just don't contest enough. I see people like for this, like in this example, P1 here, they could happily sit like behind the gate, and we wouldn't be able to see them. The only way we'd be able to kill them is from barn, but they just don't seem to be doing that. They seem to be chelling out and getting a bit, I don't know, aggressive with their pushes, which they don't need to be doing. So moving on to P2, let's see what setup they've got here. We're in a pretty good position. I've got a teammate frying up the map. We've got someone on hill who's just hitting on hill, which is just what you need. We've got someone blocking spawns in the back, although in this game it's not really that much of a necessity to do so. And I just choked my kill there. I didn't get aim assist to the tree, and I just choked my kill. That's me. That's my bad. It's one kill I should have definitely got. So I'm spawning like back river, which basically tells me that they're going to be spawning Zig. Good shots, Harry. Really good shots, Harry. I must have been down bad from that awful choke of a kill from down to Dashy Tank. But we hold that hill pretty well. I think it was a simple case of this guy really being annoying in their sort of side of the hill, and them not throwing grenades. I don't think we were using trophies as a team, so. And this is a common mistake I see everybody make at any skill level. They just don't use their grenades as efficiently as they should do. That hill is an easy hill to break. If there was one of our team on it, you simply need, and they knew where he was. They knew who he was on the tank. It's an obvious place to hit. They had many situations in where if they simply threw 2 grenades at their feet or 2 grenades at his feet and then just pre-aimed him or pre-fired him, it'd have been an easy kill and then would have been off time. And then one of us would have been pressured to jump on a hill while we were waiting for him to respawn. It's as simple as that. Most of the time in Vanguard, unless they're using trophies, you can break hills simply with grenades and a little bit of spray and pray. For the current situation here, we've got a very good hold on P3 here. I just outbeating that guy. To be fair, it might be a connection issue. That seemed like a bit. I bullshitted him a bit there. But that guy there had better shots than me, and he won the gunfight. So, hey, that's my bad.
The enemy has taken the hard point located. We control the hard point. Hard point is active.
So moving into barn spawns. Now, this is a very good situation for them to be in. They've got one of us down. We're not really putting too much pressure on the map, so it gives them time to get to the hill. But no one's on the hill. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know whether all of them were playing sort of the Slayer role. But the hill's been up for 15 seconds now, and not one of the enemy team touched it. I mean, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know whether they gave up. But that's a huge mistake. The hill should never really be white, especially considering the little map control we had as a team on our side. That guy had good shots. He did the right thing. It's pointless pushing up to a hill if you got someone there just watching it like that. So he took the gunfight early from a spawn, beating me. Happy days. That was the perfect thing to do. I think one guy on the team was really trying to do well here, but I just don't think he had the capability and the support from his teammates. But hey, it's one of them things. So we need 10 seconds to win the game, which isn't a lot. They're going to have a huge turnaround to win this game. Hey, they're doing well. P5, there's 2 of us down. They've put a little bit of pressure forward. They're sitting at the tank. And I think that guy simply died from just not having as good shots. I don't know whether that guy was using the SDG, which is why he didn't kill me as quickly. But he should be winning that gunfight. That is such a huge power position to hold on that tank. Yeah, and at this point, the enemy team have completely given up. So yeah, that's the game. As a summary, as I say, right loadouts or class setups, whatever you want to call it. Get more awareness, hit the hill, and just shoot your shot straight. Play around with your sensitivity, that sort of thing. So I'm hoping this helps. I know it's a very general video, but I'm hoping it helps some of you guys out, or at least you enjoyed the video because I was trying. I mean, 51 to 19 isn't an awful stat line. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the game, guys, and I'll take you. I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.